Hey, what's up, everybody? Your boy JC. Everyday Thoughts is in the building. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody gather around. Y'all know what time it is. JC's in the building once again. And tonight's topic is are women single because, well, frankly, why are they single? You know, a lot of reasons why. Got a special guest with me tonight to chop it up with me. So everybody gather around. How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on, Lonis? What's going on, Alan? Ms. Wright, Maya, Marie. What's going on, everybody? Everybody gather around. JC's in the building once again. How's everybody doing tonight? Hold on, wait for my co-host real quick. What's going on, Yvonne? What's going on? Jamia, what's going on, everybody? I know what time it is. Yo, what's good, brother?
What's up?
Nothing much. How you feeling? How your mom doing? She all right?
Yeah, she all right. Yeah,
All right.
just resting, ghetto. Resting did overtime. Went and did overtime today.
Oh, wow. What's going on, Vaughn? What's going on, Justin, Crystal? What's going on, Ms. Foltz? So, yeah, tonight's topic is basically why are women single? This is the topic that you had. What's your take on it? Hey, well, introduce yourself to everybody, though.
What's up, this Angelo? Women, I think they single for different reasons. Some of them positive, some of them positive reasons, some of them negative reasons. I mean, some women are single because they really do want a man that's go treat them right, and through some unfortunate circumstances, they keep running into the wrong types of men, and then you get the negative reason. You got the women who single because the ones who single because they basically got unrealistic expectations. Either they want somebody who's super rich, or they want a man with a whole lot of criteria that the woman don't even meet herself. Those are negative reasons for being single. If you delusional and not giving people a fair and honest opportunity, not giving people a fair chance, actually you really at a bad place in your life, and you probably run a real high chance of being, you run a high risk of being single for the rest of your life, because there's nothing wrong with being selective. Ain't nothing wrong with a woman. There's nothing wrong with a woman being selective, but sometimes a woman can be so picky to the point and unrealistic to the point that she can price herself right out of the dating market. She can price herself out of it good man who's really the one who God intends, for her to be with, and she can price herself right out the market, another woman been on mess around and got that blessing or something, and there you go. No, and the same with men, got men got unrealistic, you got some men who got unrealistic expectations too. You got dudes walking around, they looking like Fred Flintstone, but they want a woman who like Miss Universe though. That's unrealistic, you know, a lot of time people want somebody way out of their lane. They don't want to, You know, a lot of times people don't want to, that people don't want to stay in a lane. They don't want to operate within they don't want to operate within a lane, and that's not a bad thing, because one thing about being in your lane, can't nobody beat you in your own lane. I hear somebody saying, "What's unrealistic?" Explain, because I don't think that's the issue. No, no, Trina Jones. Sometimes people do have unrealistic expectations. Like I just said, you got some people out there, they want a whole bunch of qualifications and criteria, and they don't even meet and match themselves. So to me, that's unrealistic. Why you want to place a whole lot of criteria that you don't even meet yourself? I mean, you making minimum wage, just barely above minimum wage, but you want somebody who makes $90,000 a year. That's unrealistic. That's what I mean. People need to stay in their lane. It's basically what I'm saying.
All right. What's going on, Latoya? Everybody gather around. Y'all know JC's in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. What's going on, Yvonne, Candace, Katrina, Kay, Amy. But yeah, though, I mean, you said something about unreal expectations. I feel like a lot of women are single because there's not that many options out here for them to choose from. Outside of sex, not many men really want them for them. Nobody really wants to build with them. And like I said, outside of sex, nobody really wants to be with a woman outside of that, or want that real long-term commitment. I'm not saying every guy, there's always exceptions, but for the most part, a lot of brothers just like wasting a lot of women's time, And it's just sad though, but it is reality though. You want to be honest with it,
Different people got different situations going on. It depends on the person's background and what have you. Okay, this is what I've been waiting to bring to your attention. Okay, a while back, I was looking at this episode of one of the Bachelorette type shows, and the Bachelorette on that show was an Asian woman, real beautiful Asian woman. She was a doctor, and it was a lot of professional men who was bachelors. They was competing for this. They was competing for this woman. Okay, one of the guys was a black dude. Okay, handsome brother, career brother, established and everything, but something about that brother turned that woman off. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it was. He had 2 children. She asked the guy, why did he have 2 children with 2 different, baby's mamas with 2 different women, and he wasn't married to neither one of the women. And he explained to her that, that people do make mistakes, and get in the wrong type of relationships, get involved with the wrong person, and there's consequences behind it. Well, needless to say, she didn't pick that guy, She picked him. It was a black guy who she picked, but she picked this other black dude. He had never been married, and he didn't have any children. He didn't have any children whatsoever. I'm saying that to say this: Asian people, Jews, and some of those other cultures, they don't play some of this stuff that the black community play. They don't play that myths about. They don't play that myths about you having all them kids out of wedlock and having all them different baby mamas and baby daddies and stuff. See, that Asian lady was smart, because she knew that if she had gotten with that guy, in a relationship would have got somewhere, she knew that if he got 2 other women who he's fathered children with, he's not married to either one of those women, she's looking at them women's statistics. She's looking at, if I get with this guy, he'll probably, what's to say he won't do the same thing to me? That Asian lady was thinking smart. She was thinking, he'll impregnate me and then he'll leave me. He'll leave me to be a baby's mama, what have you. So what I'm saying that to say, it's other cultures. They don't play some of that mess that the black community do. I mean, we got to a point as a people where we'll just settle, for and accept anything. But some of these other cultures, they don't play that mess we be playing, for real.
I mean,
Real talk.
I feel like black men really, we like the standard of our family, marriage, etc. We're the one that set the standards. You know, a lot of times you see it's a lot of single mothers, but a lot of that is our issue because we're not doing a better job with dating for a purpose. A lot of times just for a good time, etc. A lot of women they going back to school and focus on themselves, making more money, making more career moves, etc. Just maintaining themselves and not really worry about getting a man. I feel like a lot more men focusing on why they single as opposed to women. I think a lot of women they out there traveling, exploring new things. So it's like you know like are they really and they just really tired of just being disappointed. What's going on,
See,
Kenya?
Keith,
Uh-oh.
what's up, Kenya? See, Keith's folks, she made some comments, agreeing with me. She was saying, she was saying that I was right. Hell no, other cultures don't play this stuff. I know for a fact other cultures don't play this stuff. And the Asian community is very strict. They don't play that mess about, all them kids out of wedlock and all them different baby mamas and baby daddies and stuff. And Key Fook says she don't play that mess either, and I don't play it either, Keys, folks. Both of my children, both of my boys, who are now grown and raised, they were with the same woman, and I was married to that woman. And it's a lot of black men can't say that. It's a lot of white men can't say that. It's a lot of Latino men can't say that. My mama didn't raise me like that. I don't play that mess either. All them different baby daddies and different baby mamas and all that. It doesn't look well. It doesn't sit well. It looks like it makes you look like you're not able, to sustain, viable relationships. It makes you look like you're not able to sustain anything.
Yeah, even like back then, you had the shotgun wedding, so all this talking about women being single, men are the one that control marriage, and we control who we want to marry. We can be with somebody for three to 4 years and break it with her. Yeah, find somebody new and marry her within 3 months. So, men are the one that control the standards. We're the one that controls, the dynamics of dating. So we had to just do better with pursuing a purpose and not just dating just to have a good time or dating just to get a bit bored or we just want to get a nut or something. You know what I mean? So I know men are the ones set the standard. You talk about other races of men. They're the one that set the standard for the household. They're setting, the kids up for graduation fund, and it's like and making sure that the house is being maintained. The wife don't have to go out there and work 2, 3 jobs or have to be strong and independent. So, you know, like I said, a lot of it's just on the lack of leadership on black men.
And a lot of black men are not setting the standard. See, that's one thing. That's one big thing. See, Jonathan, you and I, we disagree on some things, but that's one big thing the two of us agree on, that in any culture, black, Jew, Italian, whatever, the men are the leaders. The men set the standard. And like you saying, a lot of our men, especially a lot of these young black men, all they concerned with is basically just getting a nut, Netflix and chill.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what it is, I think what I think it is, that I think that a lot of black men, since in this American society, since there are so many opportunities that are blocked for black men, I think a lot of black men confuse sex with power. They substitute one thing for another. They think that sex is is an equivalent to power, and is not. Because other races, they fighting over technology, jobs, they fighting over land, they fighting over money, they fighting over resources. Meanwhile, a lot of brothers, think how many notches they get under their belt, how many penny sets they can collect. They think that's something big time, and all you're doing is leaving a trail, because don't no decent woman, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't no decent woman want to be used, just for her body, Jonathan. I agree with you on that. Don't no woman just want to be used for sex. A woman, women, black women have feelings too, and they want to be loved, and they want somebody, who's gonna love them and treat them right, And unfortunately, a lot of sisters running into they running into the wrong type of brothers. They running into brothers who basically just want the draws, running into brothers who just basically, want them for sex. They see it as they see this stuff as a game, And I wish it didn't have to be that way, I wish, some of my brothers didn't play with sisters' feelings like that, and then, play with no sister's body like that. I mean, 'cause when a woman gives a man her body, I think she's giving a man a big part of herself, and to me, that's just mentally disastrous that a man would take that and just use it as basically, a game,
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, you got to be honest with your intentions. You know what I'm saying? You want to just have sex, and like I said, let that person know, give that person the option to decline or accept it. Like I said, we're all grown. Make sure y'all responsible. Make sure y'all check yourselves if y'all do have sex. But as far as why women are being single, like I said, there's not that many choices to choose from. It's either dealing with broke guys or dudes. They got money, but they also got controlling issues, or maybe manipulative, or might have like a whole bunch of women and stuff. Or some of the guys that may be good partners for her, very shy, don't have any kind of confidence to go out there and approach, and not putting themselves out there enough, not going to any kind of events, not going to any kind of parties, not going to any kind of sporting events, or any kind of meet and greets, etc. So, the ones that may be good for her, she may not even be attracted to them, or they may not just be incompatible. So there's a lot of stuff that's like weighing in on a sister as far as like who she chooses to deal with. A lot of questions that must be answered.
Well, sometimes you got to think outside the box. Now, that's one huge mistake that a lot of my beautiful black sisters make. Just because, look, just because you're attracted to a certain type, that don't necessarily mean that that's the type that God get. That don't mean that's the one that God has in store for you. Because when I hear people talking about a mate, what kind of man they want, or even men talking about what kind of woman they want, rarely do I hear people bring up, a spiritual foundation, which is you're gonna need a spiritual foundation to make a marriage or relationship work. Most definitely. And I hear very few people bring that up. They bring up the superficial stuff. I mean, have somebody look, what kind of job they get, what kind of car they drive, A person can have all them things and be the biggest dog in the world. Just like these men out here playing with these women, leading these women on it, like they want relationships with these women. Okay, they manipulative like snakes. They manipulate these women's minds and make them feel special. Okay, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite comedies is that Bill Bellamy had to be a player. Now, in that movie, anybody who's ever seen that movie, they know Bill Bellamy, he was basically a player in that movie. He bragged about being a player. He said he lived for the hunt. He lived for the chase. He had a lot of women in that movie, and fine ones too, I might add. But one thing that Bill Bellamy operated in common with all of those women, he was a player. He didn't genuinely care nothing about any of them women. Them women was just a game and just sex to him, but still, he used his manipulative skills to make each one of them women feel like they was the special one for him. And that's how, and that's how some of these brothers basically act out here who, using women for their body or using women for shelter, a place to stay or what have you. they making these women feel like they special. They making these women feel like they want to be in. These brothers are making these women feel like they want to be in relationships with them when definitely they don't want to be. They have ulterior motives. These brothers have hidden agendas. It's too many, and it's too many people out here. It's too many people out here who got hidden agendas. It's too many people out here who are not, people just not upfront and honest and real with each other anymore. It's like everybody's playing some kind of game or got some kind of agenda, or everybody putting on some type of mask. Everybody putting on some type of masquerade, and people are not just genuinely sitting down, talking, and just really getting to know each other, And I hate to say it, but a lot of times, women are the worst decision makers it is. I mean, like you said, guys who will treat them right, a lot of times, they not attracted to those guys. So they'll pick Mr. Swagtavius, who doesn't have their best interest at heart, and their relationship don't work. It's doomed to fail because that man doesn't have that woman's interest at heart. Then she'll try it again with another man, and then that man doesn't have her interest at heart. But then she might do it a third time. But then after she does it that third time, I hate when, some of the sisters, come to the conclusion that all brothers ain't, that all brothers ain't shit, behind, all brothers ain't shit behind 3 jack up decisions that, that they made. You have to take the time to, get to know somebody. You want to, these ladies want to pick a man who has, their best interest at heart. If a man acts like he just rushing, just can't wait to get into bed with you and stuff, that's a red flag. If he's trying to push for sex, trying to push for bed, getting you into bed too soon, I mean, come on, that is a red flag. That he pretty much don't want you nothing for nothing but sex. That man doesn't have your best interest. You don't want to get involved with somebody like that. Now, on the other hand, if you get involved with a man, he seems like he's genuine, taking the time to know you, you may have something. You may have something. Because actually anything, these things take time, because actually anything that's rushed, that's done too fast, that's microwave, like what they call microwave society, anything that's done real fast and microwave, it's going to turn into a disaster anyway. Because getting to know an individual takes time, and this, especially in this day and age.
Kenya said, you said like a man can't be cute and a good man. Denzel been married for decades. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't say that a man can't be handsome and a good man. And Denzel found his perfect girl. And Kenya, do you know what Denzel said? Do you know what Denzel Washington said in Jet magazine the year when he became the first black man to win Sexiest Man Alive? Denzel Washington said that before he became famous, Denzel Washington said women weren't thinking about him. Denzel said he was pretty much the socially awkward nerd, since he was interested in, becoming a successful actor and everything. Denzel Washington said in Ebony magazine that before he made it big, he couldn't buy a date with a woman, so he said, Denzel said those exact words, in Jet magazine, when he won Sexiest Man Alive. He said he just wasn't, a big ladies man. Denzel just, he just found his perfect girl. He found his ride or die chick, who was down for him. The same way Ice Cube did, Ice Cube had his, Kim Jackson was Ice Cube's ride or die chick, cause she was with Ice Cube when Ice Cube was broke as the Ten Commandments. She was still by that man's side, you know, bagging him up and supporting him. Now, that's a huge difference because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not trying to categorize women, Jonathan, but you know as well as I do, you hear a lot of these women these days, they say, I don't want no diamond in the rough. You keep your diamond in the rough. See, a lot of them want a guy who's already established, you know, who already has this and already has that. But see, the thing about when a guy is already established, he doesn't know who's for real when women approach him. He doesn't know which women just want what he has, or he doesn't know what woman genuinely wants him for him. See, Ice Cube, Denzel Washington, they knew that those women were genuine because those women were with those men when they had nothing. So they knew that them women couldn't be nothing but 100% genuine. But you don't have too much of that these days, you know. A lot of women now these days, they want the dude who's already established. So, you know.
Man, it's messed up. Like I said, they in the mess of situation. You know, they get somebody got money, you know, all of a sudden they're a gold digger. You know, nothing wrong with, you know, wanting security, especially if she wants that from her husband. You know, they're like everybody, they trying to dog out, you know, Sierra and stuff for marrying Russell Wilson. I'm like, I mean, damn what you do, damn what you don't, you know. So.
But men get dogged out too, Jonathan. Men too. A lot of times, men too are damned if they do and damned if they don't. Because I've seen several sisters on Facebook, you know, who are putting men down with jobs. They'll be, y'all niggas ain't got careers. Y'all niggas got jobs. Okay, so that brother has a job. Be thankful that brother has a job working, that he's a productive member of society. So you know the direction I'm going, Jonathan. So a lot of times, a brother is damned if he is, and he damned if he isn't. Now, if he doesn't have a job, if he had that slinging drugs or pimping underage girls or whatever, you know, he's frowned upon. You know, he's frowned upon as a thug hustler type. If he has a 9-to-5 job, he's frowned upon. Oh, that's a broke ass nigga. He ain't got no career. That Negro just got a job. I mean, he's frowned upon. So sometimes, you know, these brothers don't get cut any slack either. Sometimes, you know, a brother is damned if he does and he's damned if he don't, you know. And we get enough of being torn down from white society. We don't need to tear each other down.
Yeah, but you said damn it should do. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. Hold on, what is oh, what's going on, Asia? What's going on, sis? He said you can tell when he has real potential or not. Katrina said, "Girl, a real story. How did he treat the entire man?" Aiden said, "But if she gets with him while he don't have nothing, y'all going to say she's a stupid for messing with a bum." That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling you. Like what Asia said too. You know, damn, she get with somebody that got money, then she'll go there. You deal with somebody without money.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Jonathan. That sounds too elitist. Just because a man isn't rich, don't make him no bum. I mean, I'm not rich, but you know, I make decent money. I'm not no bum. Matter of fact, like I told you today, I supposed to be off work. I went in and showed the initiative and went in and made some extra money and did overtime. A man don't have to have just because a man isn't rich, isn't wealthy, don't make him no bum. Now, I don't agree with that analogy at all. That sounds elitist right there. You know.
Now what I'm saying is like it doesn't. I'm saying though, like every time a woman deals with a dude that's struggling and she gotta help build him up, she always gets dragged through the mud, and vice versa. She deals with somebody that got money. Oh, why you trying to deal with a man that got money, got security? But don't you want your daughter to deal with a dude that has his stuff together and stop trying to deal with all these men who don't have their stuff together? Why are those type of men trying to go out there and pursue her and stuff? I'm not saying you have to have your stuff together. I'm just saying we just got to do a better job as far as dating with intentions and actually working on ourselves to be better men, to be better choices for women to choose from. And besides, most women got their own money anyway, so they really don't need that man's money for nothing. It's good to have, but most women got their own. Uh,
No, I agree with Keys Fultz. It's about ambition and drive. It's about ambition and drive because the man, the man who owns Pizza Hut, the man who owns the Pizza Hut franchise, the man is a billionaire, multimillionaire, almost billionaire status. Got Pizza Huts all over the world, overseas and everything. The guy who owns Pizza Hut now, he started off as a pizza delivery boy. So I'm saying just because somebody's in one area in life, that don't necessarily mean that they're gonna remain in that area. Like I said, we got enough of white society doing it to us. We don't need to be doing that crap to each other. Just because somebody is in one station in life doesn't mean that they intend on remaining in this station. There was a time, when I made minimum wage, when I first started working, I was making minimum wage. And now I haven't seen minimum wage in so long, it's ridiculous. But I didn't start off making decent money. I had to work my way up. You're not go you're not gonna walk in on no company with no experience or whatever and no education, making the salary of a CEO. You got to start at the bottom and you have to work your way up.
yeah, Katrina said, but you wait 10 years for them to grow. How much longer you need to wait? I feel like the whole thing with potential is you gotta make sure he's manifesting it, not just selling you a dream. Make sure he's actually putting the work towards what he's trying to do, what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, making sure he makes sure actually putting in the work.
Yeah.
Cause it's great to have dreams, but dreams. I understand what some of the ladies are saying. No, dreams ain't worth. Excuse me, the paper they written on if you don't work to make those dreams a reality.
Yeah. Hold on. Justin said, why would you want to wait 10 years? Crystal said, but some dude 15 years later still at it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She don't have time to sit there and wait and babysit no grown man. You know what I'm saying? She can help him. She can be, his helpmate, but at the same time, she ain't got time to keep babying him and keep, you know, you know, putting him on a pacifier. Like, it's either he gonna make a move or he not, or she gonna move on and she gonna be damn too. She move on too fast. She didn't stick around for a man. So either way, she damn if she do, damn she don't.
I understand what Katrina Jones is saying in her comment. She made the comment. You have a lot of dreamers out here trying to be a rapper. That's true. And rap is definitely something that has an age limit on it. And I understand what she's saying. Yeah, it's true. And you got to be realistic. And realistic as far as the rap game, no. Everybody's not gonna have the same success as Lil Wayne or Ice T or Ice Cube, or E Sham the Unholy or Chuck D or Tupac. No, everybody who say they want to be a rapper is not. She's right. They not gonna make that kind of money. She's absolutely right because the rap game is a business like any other. So I understand what she's saying. Actually, I think 5 years is long enough to realistically pursue any goal, and I think if you haven't, seen some huge dinner success, and then within a 5 year time frame, I think then it's time to try something else. I think 5 years is long enough to pursue any goal.
Yeah, Ms. Holmes said, yeah, however, you were a lot younger, we're grown now. How is a gentleman to take care of business, working minimum wage? Yeah, I don't understand that either. Unless he's working there on the part time, but he's still trying to look for something greater. That's the only way I see it manifesting. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't even,
Like that,
in this economy, I don't even say somebody can live out of minimum. You can't live out of minimum wage in this economy. It's impossible. Everything is way too expensive.
man? Crystal said, this one dude sounded like my 5-year-old daughter got five damn dreams and got 2 nickels to rub together. Yeah. Keys said 5 years is too long.
No, I think 5 years is a realistic. 5 years is long enough to pursue. It's long enough to pursue any goal. That's if you're trying to do something major. I think 5 years is sufficient enough time.
Yeah, Katrina said I'm 43. I can't wait for potential. You know, it's either you got it or you don't. She's not gonna sit there and she ain't gonna sit there and keep babying you, keep waiting for you all day long. You know, either you gotta have it or you're not. You know, you gonna sit up there, you're gonna wait 5 years. You're gonna build this man up. He gonna sit there, leave you. Probably he gonna leave you for a white woman or stuff. You know, more cases than not. So good luck with that, trying to build a man up. You know, like I said, not wrong with speaking life into him, but all that baby in him and trying to act like he gonna change by then. Now you waste your time. And that's why a lot of women are getting hurt because they keep trying to, you know, build a bear, and you know he's not willing to change with himself. You know.
No, it ain't so much as build and bear. No, John, a lot of our beautiful sisters get hurt because they get with some joker who they know ain't no damn good from Jump Street, and they think they can change that man.
Oh.
That's how a lot of our sisters get hurt, thinking they can change somebody. Change is something that has to come from within. It has to come from within here and within here. You know, if a person is not willing to do those two things, that's not a mature individual. And if they don't want to change, you definitely can't change them. I mean, the biggest problem is people thinking they can change somebody. That's the biggest problem.
I think yeah, that's true, but also you know, men being in wolves and sheep's clothing. You know, like just because you're not a thug, just because you work, it doesn't mean that you're gonna treat a woman right. You gotta be respectful. You know, guys that wear suits and ties, they be worse narcissistic behavior towards their women or wives. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff you gotta worry about.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, it's corporate. It's corporate guys. You know, outside babies and womanizers and all that. It all boils down to how you treat somebody.
They just said also, Angelo, women get tired of starting over with chances to run into the same type of man.
Well, I agree with Asia on that part. And like I said, thinking you can change a no good booger, thinking you can change the same type of man, you know, that's detrimental too. Insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Now, that's my definition of what insanity is. You can't do the same thing over and expect different results.
Yeah, I mean, but I do think, you know, some women do got to do, you know, self-analyze their mistakes and where they messing up at. You know, because it ain't no every dude they meet is all, he ain't about nothing, you know. Brother, they probably had some good dudes. Like I said, he was boring, he was corny. He didn't really go out there. He wasn't about the life, he wasn't out there partying, he wasn't living it up. He was a bookworm. He just went to work, came home, played a video game, you know, watched TV, that was it. So, and a lot of women, they, like I said, they have chosen dudes that were good men, but regardless, he couldn't really spark her interest, you know, especially inside the bedroom, you know, he couldn't really spark her interest, so she got bored of him, you know.
Okay, I'm looking at one of Kenya White's comments. She was telling me that I don't think the majority of women think that they can change a man. I think men just conceal their trifling intentions to get with her. Okay, Kenya, that might be true in some cases. Okay, but God give us senses, and I think the biggest, most greatest sense that God give us is common sense, Kenya White. Now, Jonathan, man to man, if you're with a woman at the certain world, you get the feel of that woman or whatever, you get the feel of that person. Can't you pretty much come to some kind of conclusion, some kind of deduction to whether that woman genuinely cares about you or she's just trying to play you or what have you. I mean, don't you got the common sense to come to that deduction?
Yeah, I do.
To that conclusion?
And they
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
they got intuition though. Women do got intuition. They do know right from wrong. They do know.
women have intuition, but I'm gonna tell you something else. Women also ignore. Women have a bad habit of ignoring red flags.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
cannot ignore those. You cannot ignore those red flags. And Kenya, you know, women do that a lot. Ignore those red flags. You know, if a joker if a joker shows you who they are, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them for real. If a person show you the real them, believe them. Don't be trying to sugarcoat it or trying to rationale or whatever. If somebody show you who they are, believe them. In a lot of instances, old sins don't get to be old sins, Jonathan, unless they got some truth in them. And one of my favorite old sayings, a lot of times, okay, people can conceal all they want, but a lot of times the real them gonna come out. A lot of times, if it walks like a duck, it quacks. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It flaps its feathers like a duck. It's a pretty good chance that's a duck. The real individual is gonna come out sooner or later. Cause one thing about it, okay, like I say, I could be a slick player or manipulator or what have you. Now, I can go out there and lie to Jonathan. I can lie to you, Kenya. I can lie to Asia Farmer. I can lie to everybody who's watching this live between me and Jonathan Collier. But one thing about I can't lie to myself. That's one thing. A person can't lie to, an individual can't lie to themselves. The real them is going to come out sooner or later. Sooner or later, what's going on in the dog, it eventually, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out to the light,
But Angela,
the real them,
But Angela, you're right too. I mean, some women, like I said, they do know intuition. They do know this dude ain't about nothing. But a lot of times they may be stigmatized. There's no way, like, you get with a future, you already got multiple baby mamas, you still thinking you still gonna be able to change them because you think you got that stuff that ain't no what woman got. You gonna put it on that man. Know that man got 6, 7 kids. You gonna be the 8th, 9th baby mama. Come on now.
Now I think that it's two. It's funny you mention that, guys. It's two rappers out there. It's two rappers out there on the rap circuit right now, who popular rappers who I think are very sorry excuses for black men and obviously have no respect for women, especially sisters. One is Future, and the other one is that what's that Negro name? That Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Those two brothers. Those two brothers are a disgrace to black kings. But they obviously have no respect for women whatsoever. And Kodak Black, he definitely has no respect for black women. He made a record dissing black women. He dissed, Nipsey Hussle ain't even lukewarm in the ground yet. He disrespected, Nipsey Hussle's, woman, Kodak Black, it's just something wrong with that brother, him and Future. And I hope, I would think that an intelligent sister of rationale, man, and judgment wouldn't try to get with either one of those jokers like that, wouldn't even try to get with nobody who's remotely close like that, who's that disrespectful, thinking that they can change them. Because that's not going to happen. Not saying that people can't change, because they can. But somebody like Kodak Black and Future, they're only going to change because they want to change. And when somebody is chronic womanizers like those two have absolutely no respect for women, especially black women, a lot of times it's going to take something real drastic to happen to one or both of those brothers, in order for them to change. So I hope there no sister out there think she can change either one of those brothers. I mean, cause them brothers, they downright disgraceful. They disgraceful. I mean, to be, they trash. They just trash with a little money. They just got both of them just got a little piece of change. But those brothers are trash.
Yeah, and also too, yeah, like I said, you gotta worry about, like I said, you having sex that really do cloud your judgment. You know, like I said, if that dude put it on you, a lot of times, a lot of women, they do ignore the red flags. What's going on, Joseph? They do ignore it just because of the great sex. So it could be a good thing, it could be a negative thing. As far as why some women are single too.
That goes back to confusing sex with power. Look, like I said at the beginning of the show, other races are fighting over power, wealth, money, resources. Look, Jonathan, I can go out there right now and can get with the Netflix and chill, lay up with. I ain't go out there and lay up with the finest woman in Memphis and bust a nut. That ain't gonna put not 1 ounce of wealth in my pocket. That's not gonna get me one step further in life. That's not gonna get me one step farther as far as doing something for me and my people. Our people we got our priorities backwards. We got some of the most messed up priorities, of any race of people on the planet. To the brothers who watching this, sex is not equivalent with power. If you think sex equivalent with power, you are a fool. Sex ain't got nothing to do with power, owning land. It has nothing to do with building long-term, building with wealth building long-term wealth. Sex ain't got nothing to do with you being able to leave a foundation, a legacy for your children. Sex is just that, busting a nut. It ain't got nothing. It don't have anything to do with none of that. And I would think that our people would have gotten a little smarter because of the high HIV rate in the black community. The HIV rate in the black community, it's almost scary, Jonathan.
Yeah.
It's almost down. I mean, it's almost downright scary.
Yeah.
And you would think people would have a little bit more common sense to think with this head up here and not that one down there.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, a man can't really lead. He can't really lead if he can't have self-control, especially over his private area. That's our biggest downfall. Pride of life, lust of the eye too, and like I said, not able to control our third head or head on our between our legs. That's our biggest issue. So we gotta do a lot better with that. But also too, a lot of women, they single because of their mindset. Like you said before, talk about all men about nothing, all men about shit. Like ain't no man gonna sit there and be able to find you because the mentality all messed up. It's all clouded and stuff because you already think negative about yourself. So you start thinking positive. You see when people are thinking positive, that's what the universe keep gonna bring you. But you on that dark cloud, oh man, ain't about nothing. All they're gonna do is dogging me out, cheating on me. And that's what the universe gonna keep bringing to you. So gotta change your mindset as well too.
I want to elaborate on that. First of all, I want to say hello to my beautiful co-worker Dominique Queen E. Richard. Yeah, Dominique is one of my co-workers. But what I want to elaborate on what you was just saying, I don't know what it is about men, which I mean I am a man, but sometimes it's it's something, some kind of built-in radar that a lot of us have. And like you were saying, that's why it's good for our beautiful sisters to know their worth. Because one thing about a man, I'm gonna tell you something. A man got some built-in radar that he'll creep around and use for negative purposes and use for gain negative purpose. What I mean by what I say this is it ties into what you were saying. Self-esteem thing, I don't know what it is about men, but I'm telling you, a man can spot a woman who got low self-esteem a mile away. He can spot her a mile away. That's why it is very important, you know, for our beautiful black sisters to know their worth. It's important for any race of woman to know her worth. Because men, you know, they can spot a woman who has low self-esteem. They can spot her a mile away. I don't know what it is, but men just, I mean, it's just something they know. They just know it. They can spot it. You know, if you got low self-esteem, a man got you in his scopes. He can spot that. You know, and he'll milk you for everything you worth. And when he done using you up, he'll mosey on down to the next woman. You know, that's, you know, unfortunately, it's just how, you know, some of our negative brothers operate. So, you know, sisters got to be a little smarter and not, you know, fall for no okey doke miss like that. Which we know our two beautiful black strong sisters. We know Kenya White and Asia Farmer ain't going. We know them two ain't going, but you know,
Yeah.
women just need to be careful and know their worth.
Yeah, man. Like I said, ain't really no need to be trying to lie. I mean, never to, like I said, be honest with your intentions. I always say there's your core values, and those you just want to have sex and let that be known. While I sit there and try to misuse that person, because that's gonna have a person have trust issues, and that's gonna block another man's blessing. So, you know, it's all about having honor and integrity. That's what I'm all about, you know. What's going on, Wanda?
Matter of fact, Jonathan, I'm gonna put a buzz in your ear about, you know, something about something that I know about. And the situation going on is one of your close friends on Facebook. But I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't believe in busting nobody out. But this person was with a dude. This female was with a dude, and she come to find out that dude was just basically using her for shelter for a place to lay his head. But he was putting on this role like he cared so much about her. And you know this woman too, but I'm gonna talk to you later on about who it is. You know her, you know. And she's still dealing with the dude. She's still dealing with him. You know, they got in a big disagreement, and, you know, somehow they made up and ended up back together. But, you know, but me personally, you know, if I found out that somebody was, you know, had been playing with my emotions, you know, using me in that particular manner, I might forgive him, but I couldn't see myself getting back in no relationship with that individual. But I'm gonna let you know later on who it is. You know, I'm gonna let you know in private who it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's messed up. Like I said, always be clear with your intentions. You know, that's what you gotta be. Have honor, integrity. That's what you gotta live by. Especially you a man. You can't be no man talking about you being manipulative. You gotta lie. You gotta go behind people back and stuff. You know, you gotta be a man first. You know, you know. But yeah, though, other reasons why, you know, women are single. Like I said, they really just focus on their kids. They really just focus on their life better and their lifestyle a lot better. And you know, they don't want to just be tied down with a man who's not really who's not going to add to her life, not going to try to build her up, and a lot of times put more.
You're not gonna try to enhance her life, yeah.
Enhance her life and,
then,
you know, alleviate the stress. A lot of times you're gonna deal with a man, you're gonna have to put more work into it, and it's like, why bother? You know, you in a comfort home, comfort living situation. So why do you want to bring some negative energy to your lifestyle? You know, so that's why I feel like a lot of women are single too. So they just don't want to deal with the headache. You know.
Yeah, and then another reason a lot of them single, they don't want to be taking care of no man, because, you know, these sisters now getting these degrees, got these degrees and these careers and these good jobs and stuff, and a lot of them are making more money than a lot of these men, and they basically don't want to have to, you know, take care of the man, you know. They don't, you know, they basically don't want to do that, you know. A woman wants somebody who can enhance her, and she at least wants somebody with an income that's comparable to her own. You know, she don't want to be making 60,000 a year and, you know, taking care of some joker trying to step to her. He ain't making but 15,000 a year, and she basically, you know, scenario like that, you know that she's basically going to be taking care of him. And, Minister Louis Farrakhan, one strong, profound thing I love that he said, should no woman be taking care of no man? If you a so-called man and a woman is taking care of you, you're basically that woman's child. Because the man's supposed to be the one to step up and be the protector and the breadwinner, and let that woman know, look, baby, everything gonna be all right. I got this. That's if he cares about that woman now. Now I understand in this economy, it takes two incomes to make it a lot of times. But still, even with that, these sisters, they want somebody who, at least makes a decent salary. That's somebody who making a salary comparable to their own. They don't want nobody who just basically gonna be another child, somebody who they have to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Cause now I agree with that part. Should no woman have to take care of no grown ass man? That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable right there.
Yeah.
Cause some of these brothers out here now, unfortunately, some of these brothers out here don't have no drive and no ambition. Unfortunately, some of them don't. Me personally, I don't see how nobody can just. I don't see how a grown person can just not want anything out of life. I don't see how no grown man cannot basically want nothing out of life and call himself a man. You call yourself a man, but you pretty much don't want anything out of life. I mean, to me, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, like I said, she don't want another dependent. Like I said, she don't want to put you on her taxes. We gotta, just be better men and be better choices for her to choose from. Justice said, I don't have time to deal with a man who does not know that he is a man. Just be a man. You're supposed to be the head of the household. So the head and lead. You must know how to lead in order for me to follow. Yeah, but see, the problem is not a lot of brothers been taught, what headship looks like. A lot of times people think of it as being a dictator. Do as I say, not saying an example for you. So, it's a lot of times you grow up as far as just a single mother, or you grow up with auntie, etc. You exert as far as them telling you what to do as controlling, and you just want that to be a narrative of how you handle your woman. But it's not about being a dictator. It's about a transitory and a loving manner. And y'all come into an agreement and able to compromise and look at everything, each situation from each angle. That's how I look at it. But like I said, a lot of brothers haven't really been taught how to lead, how to have vision, how to have purpose. So it's really hard for a lot of men to go out here and date because they don't even know, they don't have identity of who they are. So it is kind of tough for a lot of brothers.
Yeah, well, yeah, but something like I said, Jonathan, some things are common sense. Now, the brothers who don't have no vision, no identity, those brothers are not secure with themselves. Now, if you're not happy and secure with yourself, how you gonna be happy and secure with another person? You have to be, you got to be secure with yourself first. You got to know what you got to know what you want first, and you have to love yourself first. I mean, if I don't love Angelo, if I don't value Angelo, how am I gonna go out there and value, a woman if I don't value myself? That's impossible.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna do, if she allows me, all I'm gonna do is bring my insecurities and toxic nature into that relationship and just drag that sister down right along with me. And unfortunately, that happens a lot of times. These sisters get with these toxic brothers who don't know what they want. They let these brothers drag them down.
Yeah. Justice said, I already raised two grown sons, 26 and 24, who know how to lead. I can raise a grown man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you can't. I mean, it has been done, proven. I mean, I'm just saying a lot of like brothers have actually seen that, but like I said, it's on the man to get help and try to figure out what he needs to do in order to, have his masculinity, have his manhood restored. So it's all coming down to the individual at the end of the day. You can't blame your mama, your daddy, what coulda, shoulda. You got to make it on your own as a man. Uh, Justice said there is no excuse because asking for help, assistance is the past. It's a matter of speaking up. Yeah, but some guys they don't have that kind of confidence or the pride or ego gets in the way to ask for help. Or some guys we just feel like we know everything and we really don't. So it all comes down to the individual. You know, Vision said, "Yep, most fathers are not around to show these boys how to become men. Not an excuse, but it does play a part. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does play a part, but once again, once you reach a certain age, you gotta get out, gotta get your mouth off the breast and try to find a way to know what manship is. Get around like-minded people, get around mentors, etc. It sounds easy, but you gotta look for it. But you go out there and look.
Yeah, but I'm from the old school though, Jonathan. I believe strongly a child needs a mother and a father image. I mean, black boys they need a strong black male image to show them, what it is, that being function as a productive man out here, in this white man's world, black boys need that desperately. And unfortunately, a lot of them aren't getting that.
No, I'm just saying like if let's say you don't have like a good active father or uncle that can show you, and you have to kind of look for yourself, like what kind of mentorship, what kind of service you can like volunteer to just so you can be around other men and show you what manhood is all about. Because it's like we'll look for anything else in the world. We want to look for sports or, look for women and stuff, but we want to talk about priorities too. We can use the internet for bad, but you can use it for good too. A lot of stuff out there, but we just gotta open a book or open the internet and actually go out there and find it.
And I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about a lot of our black men, whether it's, you know, the effects of white supremacy or whether we've been so beat down that we as a people aren't made to feel good about ourselves, or what kind of factor but I don't know what it is that makes a man go out there and produce a seed, then abandon his seed. I don't know what makes a man not want to be a part of, a significant part of his child's life and upbringing. I never understand it. I mean, I guess, Jonathan, I can't go out there and just make a baby and then just turn my back like ain't nothing happened, don't want to be a part of my children's life and what have you. It's because it's too many black men out here, leaving these black women to raise these kids all by themselves. The child support system, white man child support system got to get involved and make you do what you so supposed to be doing, by manly instinct, by manly nature for your children. The white man system got to get in there and make you do that. I don't know what it's gonna take for black men, but it seems like a lot of our brothers don't. It's two things. It seems like it's two major things. Well, three major things. It seems like a lot of our brothers don't value. That's building a foundation, and it seems like a lot of us don't value our children, and it seems like a lot of us don't value our women. Those are three things it seems like. And I'm not saying that all black men are like that, but the ones who are immature like that, they do exist, and unfortunately, they exist in huge numbers. Because I've had lots of beautiful black sisters have conversations with me, where they say they would, where they say they would love to get married or what have you, but they say they really don't have a whole lot, to choose from out here. It really ain't too much of them, really ain't too much for them to marry, Either the brother is, brother's a womanizer or he's unambitious or, he's just looking for a place to lay his head, or either, the brother is gay or he has, he can't get a decent job or decent opportunity because he don't went out there and don't did so much stuff, don't did so much dirty, no record, they records too bad and and all that kind of stuff. It we as black people, in most instances, in this society, we are basically all that we have because this system wasn't designed for us. And it seems like, some of these brothers, some of these men that are supposed to be the leaders, are aiding so more in the destruction, of the black race. They aiding more in it in a way than the federal government and the Ku Klux Klan is. It seems like we self, we self-destructing, and I'm not saying all black men, but like I said, it's enough of them doing it to cause a problem, The toxic brothers, they exist, and they exist in huge numbers. A lot of our brothers seem like we don't care anything about our communities, what's going on in our communities, our children, mentoring, and as far as getting out, getting really involved in things is gonna, benefit us. It seems like, a lot of brothers just not interested in it. Seem like they interested in wrong type of things, popping pills, smoking weed, getting high, how many panties they can get, just basically a bunch of foolishness that's not gonna benefit us as a people with, at all.
Yeah, like I said, as a man, you worry about your family, you worry about leaving your mark, your last name, make sure your record's clean. That's one thing that's getting a lot of brothers in trouble too. He's doing all these criminal charges at a young age. That way, when they get older, they can't get any kind of like get paying jobs because their record messed up. So the one thing you gotta teach the youth, get your record, make sure it's on point. Because a lot of these companies, they ain't playing. They see felony, they see misdemeanors, they ain't trying to hire you and stuff. And it's already, it might be tough for you anyway to trying to be a black person in society. So, you don't want to add on to it. You want to make sure your record clean.
Yeah, you don't want to throw you don't want to be throwing no extra laws in the fire.
Yeah.
Giving white supremacy more ammunition to to keep you down as an individual. I mean, I know it's a lot of temptation out here, and it's a lot of bad habits that's waiting to be picked up. But when, like you said, Jonathan, when a person reaches a certain age, they need to understand. They need to understand the fundamental difference between right and wrong, and they need to understand the fundamental difference of taking a bad risk and going out there getting caught doing something that just might basically just ruin you for the rest of your life. Basically, doing something that might follow you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about making good sound decision making, making decisions on your shoulders too, not the one between your legs. Like I said, it's really messing us up. That's why you see a lot of guys get locked up because of sexual harassment. You can see a lot of guys getting locked up or, hitting a woman, or just not really just being the same mind frame. So we just gotta do a better job as men. Like I said, to set the example. So yeah, though. You got anything else to say, man? Hold on.
Look at Asia Farmer. She said black women need a Stanktavius radar.
Yosef said there are so many people that's toxic these days, I believe, that are functionality retarded. Yeah, like I said, I mean, a lot of toxic brothers out here, like I said, like I said, we just gotta do better by just doing right and just setting the example. You know, we ain't gonna be able to hit everybody, but those who want to come in and want to learn a lesson, they're gonna learn some. Let's say make sure y'all sharing this video and stuff. Make sure y'all checking out my channel too. I got good content too. You know. So yeah, you got anything else to say, man? Before we wrap it up.
Yep. One thing I got to say is, like I said, anything takes time. If you get involved with someone, if they not willing to take the time to know you, really get to know you, and they not willing to put time and an investment in you, 9 times out of 10, that individual is not worth it. It's getting downright ridiculous and depressing. Seeing so many brothers out here that don't take women serious. They basically want to play games with women. Want to use women's body. Want to use them for a place to stay, or these brothers making families and just leaving black women to carry the whole torch by themselves. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And sisters need to be, extra careful and, and just take it slower of who they choose, what type of men they choose to get involved with. Because everything that glitters out here ain't gold. It's people out here that are liars, manipulators. They'll lead you on to believe that they something that they not. They'll lead you on about false intentions. They'll lead you on to believe that they interested in a family foundation and all that, when it's not that's not really what they want. They really just want panties, really just want an extra notch under their belt or what have you. Women got to be strong and watch out for those kind of men. Really, to me, being a strong believer in God, if a man doesn't have a strong spiritual basis, a strong spiritual foundation about himself, I'm telling my beautiful sisters, it's probably best to stay clear of that man, stay away from that individual. And if he doesn't seem like he's trying to build something, if he doesn't seem like he has a plan of trying to build something, trying to build a foundation, it's probably best to stay away from him too. Because, like Minister Farrakhan says, one thing I love that Minister Farrakhan says, a black woman don't want to be taken care of, don't want to be raising another child, basically. Don't want to be taking care of no grown-ass man, because a man's supposed to be the strength. He's supposed to be the foundation, supposed to be the woman's backbone. And if you see a joker out there ain't willing to put in that kind of work and trying to be those types of positive things, it's best to stay away from him.
Yeah, I'm into that. He ain't trying to add to your life and taste red sauce, then ain't no need for him. But yeah, though, that's all I gotta say for tonight. You got anything else to say?
No, I'm just basically want to tell everybody good night. I'm gonna give me some much deserved rest since I, did some overtime today.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate you joining me tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all not checking my channel, Everyday Thoughts JC. I have topics like this. Anybody that want to join me for discussion, debate, let me know. I'll set something up for us, and make sure y'all give out some good advice or get ideas, topics you want me and Angelo or me and Mario or whoever I have on. Come on, we talk about, chop it up. So, just let me know, and I love having these discussions. Love empowering people. Love having everybody coming on and joining me for the short time. Make sure y'all share this video, and let everybody. Y'all have a blessed night. Have a safe night too. I'm out. Peace.
Peace out.